Hello and welcome to Evolve Pipedrive podcast, where we talk all things Pipedrive, sales, apps, and Pipedrive Marketplace. My name is Bruce Bignell. I'm the sales director here at Evolve, and today I have the great pleasure to be joined by Katarina Javorcikova, who leads the new business at Nicereply. Nicereply is an all-in-one customer satisfaction survey tool that natively integrates with Pipedrive. I'm really excited to be talking with Katarina today for a couple of reasons. One, Katarina speaks a number of languages, including German, which is ideal because I'm off to Munich very soon, so I need some tips to how to get around the city. We can talk about that afterwards. Two, because Katarina is a self-confessed customer service and customer experience enthusiast, so I'm really looking forward to hear her experience and thoughts of what this means in 2022 and beyond. Plus, Nicereply is on the Pipedrive Marketplace, ready for you to try out. We'll have links in the description below. So, welcome, Katarina. Please, can you introduce yourself and Nicereply to our audience?
Hi all, my name is Katarina and I've been working at Nicereply since 2019 as a customer success manager and as well as sales rep. And I help companies build a process for gathering customer feedback so then they can improve the customer satisfaction and the customer experience in the end. And I'm also a Pipedrive user, so I'm glad for your invitation. I hope the listeners would appreciate the info on how they can start gathering the feedback with Pipedrive integration from Nicereply.
That's cool. I didn't know you guys were using a Pipedrive. That's really cool. I mean, a number of our listeners are on Pipedrive as well, right? So I think this would be useful for if you're on Pipedrive or if you're considering the switch. So you joined in 2019, but Nicereply is 10 years old now, right? So 2012, I think it was founded. So 10 years in, what does that team look like? What's it? Is it more sales, more development team? What does the team look like at Nicereply now?
Correct. So we've been 10 years on the market. And speaking about Nicereply, so the idea began as a spin-off of the leading Slovak hosting company Web Support. And after Nicereply reached the break-in even, the company was officially founded. So yeah, we are mainly like small company of 11 employees, but we have all teams in place. We have development team, marketing team, sales team, and now the big focus goes to product development. So we cover all of these segments, and yeah, we hope that we can still provide a good quality service and all-in-one customer feedback platform for our existing clients and for the future clients as well.
Brilliant. So what would you say the business problem is that you guys are solving, and like the itch that you're scratching?
So Nicereply is in the segment of the customer feedback platforms, and we help companies to measure three customer experience metrics. It's customer satisfaction, customer effort score, and NPS score. So the customer support and success team, as well as sales teams, use Nicereply daily. And the common use case is gathering feedback after the interaction between the customer and the company associate. So we focus mainly on transactional feedback, so it's captured in real time and it's really actionable. And typically, we help companies to answer the following question: How satisfied you were with the issue resolution, or how satisfied you are with our services, with our products, or how helpful was the training or our webinar? Would you recommend our company to others, etc.? So we really focus on addressing this kind of questions. And I would say we are not a typical customer survey tool that collects and analyzes data for the future improvements and future developments and recommendations. But we enable companies to understand the feedback in the context of the whole interaction and the whole customer experience. So that's the reason why we give companies tools to act on the feedback. So it's not just only about capturing the score, but you can really act on the feedback, and then your sales reps or support agents can they turn the negative experience into the positive one. So
I was
you
just about to say, so
yeah,
that feedback can be positive and or negative, right? So,
yeah.
and if it's neutral, is that a call to action dig a bit deeper and say, like, tell us more, like, or do you leave the neutral ones alone and just act on those that have acted positively or negatively? Like, what's the kind of best practice
because
there?
because we focus on micro surveys and it allows you to capture the score and as well some comments, written
Yeah.
feedback. So if you capture the neutral score with some additional comment, then it's always good to follow up on this kind of feedback. So you can, when you integrate Nicereply with our native integrations, you can then as well set up some automations in your system, CRM system or helpdesk system, that allows you follow up on the customer feedback immediately. So, for instance, for your promoters or highly satisfied customers, you can reach out to them and ask them for referrals or recommendations. But if the experience is real negative, then it's issue, and it's critical to have the process in place and really close the whole feedback loop. Every
Mm.
time I receive some negative feedback, so even it's without a comment, I always reach out to the client. So I will just double check if what was the issue, so I could understand their needs or their problems.
Yeah, which just allows you to. You're just trying to capture a data point to allow you to be better next time, right? If someone's left some negative feedback, you just want to know what could be done better next
Yeah,
time. Like, sometimes you can't change their mind, which is fine, but you don't want it to impact any future performance. So yeah, no, that's cool.
yeah, and you
So
as an employee can really influence the customer satisfaction and loyalty instantly in real time. So
mm.
it's a good feeling when you turn the negative experience into positive one.
So let's touch on that. So as an employee, so as an individual contributor, you're saying that you can actually have some real power in impacting the experience of the customer. Have you got any stories to share on that?
Yeah, so the nice reply was designed to actually, I'm proud to say that we are pioneers of in-signature surveys. So we
Mm,
replaced the boring survey link with embedded question and the rating scale directly in the email. So then customers are more likely to provide feedback. And if, let's say, Pipedrive users will use our surveys in their signatures or in email templates, we will create like unique link for each and every employee. So when the new rating comes in, they will see, okay, so it was from my interaction, and then they can really, if they can just follow up with the customer, and if it's under their control, they should do so. And yeah, and it means that they can build on this satisfaction. So for instance, you can if there perhaps a key account um, that showed satisfaction with the way their deal was handled, you can it might be a good idea to reach out to them and try to set the things right. But the same goes for accounts with high level satisfaction. So then you can discuss with them the opportunities for upsell, or they can be interested in securing the multi-year contract.
mm.
So it could really um, empower the whole sales process.
And in terms of the kind of best use here, so if there is some negative feedback, is it better for that individual salesperson who's received the negative feedback to ask for clarification or tell us more, or their management? Because so what would be your kind of best case? Like what are people that are using these types of softwares doing? Would that be the individual that goes back for feedback, or the manager that say, "Hey, I've just seen this. Can I? Is there anything that I can do?" What would you say is the kind of the best use case
As
there?
I mentioned, Nice Reply is used by customer success teams, but as well by customer support teams. But
Mm,
if you are a sales rep and you are in charge of the deal, the sales rep should follow up on the negative feedback. But when it comes to, let's say, the negative feedback captured after the ticket resolution, so the support agent didn't handle the issue properly, then it's something that should be escalated, and the top management or the leader of the support team should handle this negative feedback. So there are different kind of approaches, and it depends as well on the processes in the company.
For sure. Yeah. No. Understood. Yeah. It's. I just wonder if there was a kind of a benchmark that. But I think to your point, it just depends, right, on how the business is set up and things like that. But so what does a typical Nicereply customer look like? So are they call centers? What's the kind of ideal customer profile that you guys target?
Yeah, so we target mainly the small and medium-sized businesses, and we see that our platform is used by e-commerce, software companies. We have learning companies, so different range of verticals. But if you would like to take full advantage of Nicereply, you need to connect Nicereply with one of these our native integrations. So if you're really a Pipedrive user, and you would like to automate the process of feedback collection, then you can use Nicereply for this. So it depends as well on the tool and help desk systems and CRMs you use at your company. But in terms of the company headcount, we mainly focus on the small and medium-sized businesses, and we are present in different regions. So mainly we are present in the US, but then we have as well the customers in Australia, New Zealand, Europe. So yeah, different regions.
Would you say is that, not saying it's changing, but the US is usually about 8 to 10 years ahead of Europe in terms of it was marketing and customer success and things like that. Would you, is there a upward trend in the UK and Europe and beyond to kind of spend more attention on the kind of customer success and experience?
Yeah, so we see the difference between US and European companies definitely. So yeah, we see that measuring customer satisfaction is the standard, and in the US. So should be as well in Europe, but it was as well depends on the systems they are using, etc. And European market is more traditional. But yeah, when talking about customer satisfaction, we usually think about the customer support. But support is not the only place where it makes sense to measure satisfaction, and it's becoming more and more um, common to see CSAT as a company-wide measurement of success. So this metric is formed and shared by many different teams, not only by support team, but we see that as well. Sales teams and customer success teams are interested in implementing customer satisfaction. But when it comes to NPS, this metric is mainly owned by marketing team. So we see the different approaches.
Yeah, a lot of marketing teams are heavily KPI'd on their NPS score, right? So you need to have a live measure of that. So, but what does improving CS and CX bring to a sales team? Like, what would you say is the direct benefit of having that um, feedback for a sales team?
Yeah, so there are like different levels. So if we are talking about the customer satisfaction itself, then it means that you can really understand if this contact and company and account is satisfied with our services or products we provide, or you can as well focus on your sales processes. So if you will focus, let's say, on the quality of sales meetings with customer, or uh, the satisfaction with the sales presentation, then you can as well monitor the individual sales rep performance, and this is very helpful for VP of sales or for leaders of sales teams, because they can then use the feedback and inputs from customers just to create the trainings for your sales team or coach your sales reps individually. So these are like good inputs. So it's not only about tracking the customer and their level of satisfaction, but it's as well about the sales reps and their individual performance.
Yeah, again, it's just more. It's another data point for them to try to improve, and for coaching for a manager to go back to.
Yeah, and like
Sales rep.
the common benefits are as well that you can prevent churn of dissatisfied customers, and you can
Yeah,
as well then, let's say, upsell your clients or secure multi-year contracts. So there are
yeah,
different kind of ways how you can benefit.
yeah, and or it could be an indication for marketing to say, hey, these guys are happy customers. Let's get testimonials. So there could be kind of
Hmm.
triggers between departments and things like that. So yeah, that's really cool. Um, what does the future hold, right? So in terms of product features, team expansion, and things like that, what does the future look like for Nicereply there?
Just recently, we hired the new members of product team, so the focus really goes to the product development, and they will help Nicereply move towards our ambition to become customer experience tool for small companies, because we see that there is the like on the market for this kind of tool. We see a lot of CX platforms, but mainly for enterprise or medium-sized companies. And yeah, we are going to enhance our existing integrations with help desk systems and CRMs as Pipedrive is, alongside new feature development. For instance, we would like to offer the new distribution options for surveys. So we don't want to just offer email surveys or in-signature surveys, but we will introduce web surveys or in-app surveys. And then later, we would like to add as well SMS surveys.
Hmm.
And also, we will look at UI to make the work with the app smoother and more effective.
Nice. Okay, so it's basically all rounding, just making it a much more pleasant experience,
Yeah,
as
much more pleasant
as
experience.
well as
Yeah,
features. Yeah,
yeah.
cool. And between Nicereply and Pipedrive, just how we've mentioned a couple of times, I'm sure that they natively integrate, but what does that mean? How easy are they to integrate the two systems?
Yeah, that's true. We have a native integration with Pipedrive. So every time the deal is marked as won or lost, we then trigger the survey. It's an email survey, and you can as well customize the trigger behavior. So you can set up the delay when we distribute the survey, or you can as well filter your deals if you don't want to send these surveys to all your sold deals or closed deals. And yeah, then thanks to the integration, we can as well sync the sales rep name, we pull in the customer name, and we create a deal backlink. And this is neat feature for closing the feedback loop. So basically, you don't need to check what was the client, but we provide you with a backlink to the deal, so you can open the deal directly in Pipedrive, and then you can just send a follow-up email to the client, satisfied or dissatisfied client. And as well, you will see the data directly under the deal in Pipedrive. So we create a tag, and as well we create an internal note. So there is as well the data transfer between Nicereply and Pipedrive.
Yes, and that's against custom fields, and it creates a note against the deal
Mhm.
with the score and things like that. Um, yeah, and right now it's against the trigger is after closed one deal, right? But there are, again, I guess part of that roadmap. I know Pipedrive are expanding their feature set into projects and things like this. So at some stage you might have project completion being a trigger point, right? Or other elements as well as a closed one deal.
Yeah, we always try to enhance the experience, and as well the way how the integration works with Pipedrive. And yeah, potentially we would like to add a new trigger event. So we would like to introduce a product, product-based triggers, project-based triggers,
Project, yeah.
project-based triggers. Yeah, so then you can as well check the satisfaction and loyalty after you complete the project. So it would be another event that allows you to check and get a customer feedback.
Yeah, we've got some clients at the moment that the projects feature is currently in beta, but we've got some people going through it now, just kind of testing out kind of post sale. And their sales team were asking for a feature like this, and they thought they had to go to a different system. But now being able to do it in
Mhm.
Pipedrive, they're loving it. So, and there's more things being added to it all the time. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see what happens there, and being able to get feedback post project is just as important as post sale, right? So, yeah, it'd be good to see that when that goes live. Um, so we will be sure to we'll have a demo of this integration, right? So we'll be sure to have that in the links below as well for you guys to check out, whether you listen to this or watching it. We'll have the links in the description of that demo walkthrough. A little bit about yourself. So what's been you said you started here in 2019. 2019. What is your journey to get to Nicereply, and what's that journey been like at Nicereply as well? Obviously during the pandemic and things like that. But what's your story so far?
Yeah, so after I finished university, I started to work in customer facing roles in SaaS companies like customer support associate and customer success agent, account manager, etc. And actually, the CEO is a friend of mine, so that's how I ended up in Nicereply.
Yeah.
So we think that we could just uh, create a good cooperation together. And yeah, since then I'm in daily touch with clients, and I learn how to listen to customers and share their suggestions, satisfactions, and dissatisfaction. And I really try to share this inputs internally with the product team.
Mm.
And at Nicereply, I must admit that I'm definitely a customer advocate. I strive to exceed the expectation of the clients or prospects when they reach out to us that they have some kind of issue with Nicereply, or if Nicereply is a good fit to solve their business needs, etc. Yeah, so it's been an exciting ride, and usually I follow three principles at work. It's empathy, transparency, and teamwork.
Mm.
And yeah,
And have you had that? Did that was that drummed into so empathy, transparency, and
see,
teamwork?
teamwork.
Was that drummed into you at Nicereply, or did you carry that from somewhere else?
I just developed these principles for myself. So basically, empathy. It's when I'm in touch with clients, I always try to listen to them. So I just want to solve their issue very quickly, but I really focus on their problem, and it's not only about just one answer, but I always checking different setups, etc. So they can feel that actually someone is helping them. And then regarding the transparency, it's always good to discuss the integration capabilities openly with the clients and what are the next steps, etc. So
What
they
it
will
can
be,
do as well as what it can't do, right?
yeah,
That's
what
really
it can do and
what it
what it
can't.
can do. So because they as well invest their time and energy into, let's say, setting up the free trial and running the surveys, so
Yeah.
then they should be aware of all the pros and cons of the system. Yeah, and regarding the teamwork, as I mentioned, I am an advocate of our clients, so the feedback has to be passed along to the product team, so they can create a product and application that really serves our clients.
Yeah, and that you're proud of as well. So does that ever put you in a bit of a pickle with the product team? You say, hey guys, everyone's asking me for this, and the product team is saying, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Yeah, it's constant battle between sales reps and customers success support agents and the product team. So that's the
Yeah,
reason why we have to be as well aware of our roadmap and what is possible and not possible. So yeah.
yeah. But I think that those are good conversations to have internally, right? So it just means that everyone cares, and there are you are listening to customers. So yeah, it's always good to hear. Okay, so I mean, just as we look to wrap up here, um, some quickfire questions. They can be long form answers, but just in terms of quickfire questions, Nicereply. What's your favorite use case that you've seen someone use the platform for?
The typical use case is sending out the surveys after, let's say, ticket resolution for customer support teams, but as well, you can trigger the surveys after you close the sale or the deal. So these are like the most common use cases. When someone interacts with you, you always want to understand the level of their satisfaction.
Yeah. And top tips for people getting started on Nicereply, and any top tips for people that want to excel the kind of customer satisfaction and customer experience with Nicereply, or just in generally, how can you, for those getting started and for those that want to excel in that space, any tips there?
Yeah, so in the first place, you need to sign up for the free trial, and setting up the first survey takes less than 5 minutes. So it's very simple. We have as well all the step-by-step guides in our help center, so you can check them out. And yeah, you will start with just one simple use case. Let's say you would like to trigger the surveys after you close the deal in Pipedrive. So you will set up just one survey and you will activate it. So this is just the beginning, and then you will see the first ratings come in. And during the free trial, you can even collect the feedback for free.
Hmm.
And then if you would like, if you are already a Pipedrive and Nicereply user, you can, let's say, then create e-signature surveys or surveys that you will embed in your email templates. And in Pipedrive, you can then create different automations. For instance, when you move the deal between stages, you can then set up the email notification to the deal main contact person, and this email notification can consist of Nicereply surveys, so you can then check their satisfaction throughout the process.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so using the email template integration, so you can capture feedback not just when a deal is closed one, but when the stage is moved, email template
Mm-hmm.
is ready to go out. Nice. Okay, I like that. And any Pipedrive feature, obviously you use Pipedrive yourself. Any Pipedrive feature requests that you would love to see on the platform?
This is a good question because I'm an early adopter of Pipedrive and I've seen how the company grew, but I might not be the user of all features and
Yeah,
add-on, but I like the flexibility of Pipedrive. But just now, I'm exploring the Leadbooster,
yeah,
the Leadbooster add-on. So this might be something that we will add to our Pipedrive account in the
yeah.
future. But at the moment, I'm absolutely okay with the Pipedrive features. I think that I still haven't discovered all the features available there. So yeah, um,
And what is it? So, and what is it about Lead Booster that's kind of catching your eye, and what you're trying to solve there that you think Lead Booster can help you with?
yeah, we are actually looking at the chatbot and the live chat capability. So, and I really like that you will see the conversation directly in the Pipedrive, and as well a lot of like chatbots or like live chats, they don't have like proactive greeting or proactive chat message, and this is something what Pipedrive has.
Yeah,
And as well, I think that the web forms are as well a great feature, and it helps you basically to capture new leads visiting your website. So I think that this is another cool feature that is covered just in just one add-on.
yeah, yeah. The web form piece is huge. We talk about it a lot during our projects in terms of people come to us wanting us to automate everything, but by rule of thumb, your first project you shouldn't really be automating out, but you certainly should be looking to automate what's possible, automate in. So if you can
Hmm.
capture things from the website or from emails or from anywhere, from ad campaigns, if you can automate that data in, that's a big win and loads of time saved there. So Brilliant. Is there anything else that you'd like to cover? We've covered quite a lot, but is there anything else that you'd like to cover off before we leave today?
Maybe if there will be one thing I should leave you with, it would be that every single feedback counts. So if you don't have like any feedback program in place, you can just maybe start with Nicereply and Pipedrive integration.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, all feedback counts. Well, brilliant. So we'll be sure to have links in the description below for the demo of Nicereply and Pipedrive, and a link for a free trial as well. And yeah, we'll have links to Katarina's LinkedIn as well if you want to drop her a message and ask her any questions there as well. But that's it for this week. Hope you found that useful. If you have found it useful, please consider liking, subscribing, or sharing with a friend. It's really, really useful for us. And thanks again for listening to the Evolve Pipedrive podcast, where we talk all things Pipedrive, sales, apps, and Pipedrive marketplace. Till next time, see you soon.
Bye.